So guys, Reno Omokri has come under fire, after posting a new video of himself going to the state house, and people are comparing it with what he said about Peter Obi years before now. So guys, I want you to just take a look at this. It appears Reno Omokri does not stand by his words. Today he's here and tomorrow he's there, and people tend not to understand the kind of ideology that he upholds. So let me allow you watch this video. Just take your time, watch this video, and let me know what you think in the comment section below.
To President Goodluck Jonathan, while he was in office, Reno Omokri is in Nigeria and he has met with his former boss, Jonathan. He also shared pictures of himself with the National Security Advisor, this one you're seeing on your screen, Nuhu Ribato, sharing how much he believes in him in a short video.
I actually believe in Malam Nuhu Ribato. I've known him ever since I was a young man, and now I'm almost 50. I have every confidence in his ability, and because of him, I will continue to support Nigeria. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.
I mean, this has generated reactions on the social media that he has even trended, with some users bringing back posts and about same video of him with Peter Obi when he was extolling his virtues before he joined the presidential race last year.
And, ex-governor Peter Obi, the plans, the ideas, this man raised the bar of leadership in Nigeria. He raised the bar of leadership in Nigeria. Since he left office, can you believe that this man does not take anything, not even like a penny from the Anambra State government? And while he was there, he was a man that built up Anambra State. Anambra State used to be almost educationally disadvantaged. And then in less than 2 years, he brought them to be #1. He left that state with a reserve. Look, we need people like this. I'm so proud of Governor Obi. I listened to him today and, I was taught, like, do we have fellows like this in Nigeria?
The internet never forgets, they would say. Special Esther in reactions to this said, "Law, hunger na bad thing." Same way he believed in Peter Obi until he dared to contest. For Emeka, he says this dude has probably dumped Atiku. He's only loyal to his pocket, nothing more. He lives off politicians and to the highest bidder. Felix, he says Reno is just missing Nigeria. He couldn't visit during the last administration due to his constant abuse. Now he's romancing the NSA to gain sympathy so he can visit home without being harassed. For another user, it says, "I'm confused. In which nation do we find NSA doing photo oops with all and sundry? The NSA should not be seen or heard in public space. Who cares about Reno vote of confidence? It is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces vote, that's president of confidence, that matters." For Tony, it says, "God bless you both. We, the younger generation, are watching intently. Nigeria will be great. And if President Tinubu extends his hand of friendship and partnership to you, sir, please respond for all our sakes. We need brilliant minds and talent like you to save Nigeria." So is that to say something is in the pot or on fire cooking? Maybe. Let's see if we're going to have more apologies like Tijani, Bosun, that's like Keyamu, and then again, and then someone might just get into office. But away from that, the chairman of Kosi Sherry LCDA, that's Local Council Development Area of Lagos State, Samiat Bada, is debunking social media news that she's imposing on members of her staff her 650,000 naira ashwebi for her 50th birthday celebration coming up in December. I mean, there was a petition against her online by residents of LCADA who were angry that the chairman was insensitive with the decision. They accused her of making it compulsory for councillors, supervisors, and even everyone else around. That was the allegation. But in reaction, she says the claim is to tarnish her image as no one is being compelled to buy it. So she confirmed that the fabric is actually being sold for 650,000 naira. However, it was her friends and associates abroad that chose to celebrate her her like that in December when she would be clocking 50. So let's see how this is going down. Show Baba says Bolanle peppered them 650,000 naira for Ashwebi for 50th birthday. How much when you turn 50? 1 million? Babalala says, why should her friends choose such? And she agreed. It's kind of lending credence to the rumor, not even at a time like this. Also reacting to this is Madetoyi, who says, this is outrageous, but this is a personal affair. The public should not be disturbed with this. However, if the said allegation is false, let the Honorable Chairman take after His Excellency Fashola by taking up the case legally. For Money X49, he said, anything they denied, I want you to know that it is the truth, e.g. just like Lekki Tollgate massacre. And Ogo says, I believe her. And yes, definitely also gets someone to. But for time factor, this is how we call it today on Kakaki Social. I'll see you again tomorrow. But just to mention that the senior pastor of Fountain of Life Church, Taiwo Odukoya, is dead at 67. His death was confirmed via the official Facebook page on Tuesday. I mean, maybe it would have really been a tough time for him, losing his first wife to Sosoliso airplane crash in 2005. That's Pastor Bimbo. And his second wife, 2021, cancer defeated her, and just about 2 weeks after, he lost his twin, Kehinde, at 65. Now he's gone at 67. President Bola Tinubu Tuesday inaugurated the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reforms at the Presidential Villa. They are mandated to address the challenges faced by Nigeria in the areas of fiscal governance, tax reforms, and growth facilitation, and in the first instance expected to deliver a schedule of quick reforms that can be implemented within 30 days. Now, the one thing in this on social media is the inclusion of a 400 level economics student at the University of Ibadan, Orire Agbaje. Now, Agbaje doubles as the president of the Nigerian Universities Tax Club, and her appointment has shaped conversations on the social media for netizens. And the reaction to this, our first user says, is educated this morning, and he says a 400 level student may be book smart but lack experience on such level. We have loads of graduate experience and all, and not a 400 level student. I understand the government wants to act inclusive with the youth, but this is not the right step. For this user, it says all the 100 years of experienced people waiting them change. And also, Shedrack says the appointment isn't bad at all, but still, a student serving on the presidential committee might distract her. They would have considered a graduate. Anyways, congratulations to her. There is nothing impossible for God to do. And Glorious Child says, who is our dad? Let's check something. And away from that now, in what may be surprising to many, Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu is now living in a 2-bedroom apartment as his own way of cutting the costs of governance. The NLC President, Joe Ajaero, mentioned this as part of what the president said to them at the meeting they had before they suspended the nationwide protest. Now, he stressed that they faulted the number of ministers who would have SSAs that would also have SSAs, but the president's response was that instead of seeing that as the appointment of 48 ministers as inflating the cost of governance, it should rather be seen as job creation, which he said they faulted. But he also added part of what the NLC president said, Mr. President said, he said, Kitsuiku's case, for example, he told us that if you come to his fleet of cars, it was large and he made efforts to reduce it, but he was told that it is a security issue. Then he continued that said that he prefers to use his own private jet, but told not to because as a matter of security, he must use the government jet. And he went further to say, even himself, that he's using only a 2-bedroom flat, that he's trying as much as possible to tighten his belt, and he would try as much as possible to talk to the people working with him. He says, I don't know what that means. That is what the NLC president is saying. Living in 2-bedroom apartment, like, I think of sinus, and what's the cutting down of cost inside that one? Well, Bello says we were there for boys Scott uncle face to face, even see themselves. And then Umari says, see nonsense at his own peak. Even if you own the whole world, you can only sleep in one house, one room, one bed, in bedside. That is it. More reactions coming in from Fortune. It says, and he's nominating 48 ministers for a country with only 36 states and capital. That's insincerity. USA with 50 states has only 15. That's a country with genuine intention to cut costs of governance. Kudos from the APC camp says is a president that cares. Nigerians love you. That's an open letter to Mr. President. And finally, Anthony says, and you believe him, let me cast your mind back. When Nigeria was playing Australia, the sitting room, the wife was wishing, watching the match, does it look like?
So guys, you can see what is happening in Nigeria. Every day is a new story, and that is why we are calling on the judiciary to dispense justice as regards to the petition before them. Nigeria must be liberated. Nigeria must be free. Nigeria must set on its path to glory. We must build a new Nigeria. I mean, a better Nigeria we all can be proud to belong to. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you.